Albania is largely an agricultural economy, generating 1/5 of the country's GDP and providing the income base of almost half the population of Albania. The sector has good potential for growth, with such favorable assets as fertile soil, favorable climatic conditions, proximity to European markets, and educated, low-cost labor force. Yet it remains in underdeveloped farming with few competitive agribusiness moving into commercial farming or exporting. To address these overall conditions, the aim of the proposed project will be to stimulate sustained growth of Albania's agriculture sector and increase rural household income by developing and strengthening the competitiveness of producers and other operators in the market chain of high-value agricultural products, such as lavender and olive oil. The program was designed to provide technical assistance and training to producers and to other stakeholders in promising selected value chains in order to improve productivity and competitiveness with the following results. Increase annual growth of national agriculture sector, reduce poverty in targeted areas such as women in rural communities, and finally to increase domestic and export sales of targeted commodities. This project has 5 components. Agricultural market. Initial conditions for establishing marketing systems based on competitive private sector activity have been difficult. Real challenges are measures to growth, the domestic production taking more attention for local production, particularly in sectors like olive oil production, vegetables, and fruit trees. This proposal will focus on bridging the gap to increase the use of locally grown product compared to imported product. Local markets. Daily agriculture markets now operate in all urban areas of Albania. Vendors are a mix of producers selling their own produce, assemblers, and small-scale importers. Competition is strongest where a steady supply of produce is assured by a combination of local production brought in from other regions, and imports. Otherwise, markets are thin and prices rapidly fluctuate. Much could be done to improve the physical facilities of daily markets, and thus the incentives for both producers and consumers to use them. Promotion of agricultural niche markets. Several agricultural niche products, including medicinal plants and herbs, snails, olive products, honey, and bee products, have considerable export potential. More specifically, it has the potential in European countries. This proposal will be working in collaboration with the government of Albania to carry out marketing strategies in order for producers to increase sales on export and domestic commodities. Soil conservation. Soils have been exploited since 1991, receiving little fertilizer other than some animal manure. The result is a fall in organic matter content such as nitrogen and potassium. Inadequate use of fertility conserving cropping patterns, wasteful cultivation practices, and poor soil conservation practices are further causes of soil degradation. Improve drainage infrastructure. Rural farmers express that most irrigation systems in Albania are in despair, which has the effect of lowering the growing capacity. Year 1 of this grant initiative will include a complete analysis of how to increase the capacity of the planned drainage infrastructure projects to focus on the coastal lowlands, which are the areas in Albania most affected by climate change. Proper irrigation and drainage systems would increase farmer-level revenue for certain crops and in certain locations. The revenue would be greater than per acre cost. The project will operate through its main office in Tirana and 4 regional offices in Lushnja, Korea, Shkodra, and Saranda, which provide program services to more than 600 individual farmer clients, farmers associations, traders, consolidators, and wholesalers focused on the production of sale of 5 high-value agricultural commodities. For example, these commodities could include apples, citrus, melons, olives, greenhouse vegetables, and herbs. The program also provides services and coordinates with Albania's Ministry of Agriculture and Food, the Consumer Protection, and the Agricultural University of Tirana, among others. Program indicators will be to assess program performance and achievement for the 5-year grant cycle, identify best practices and lessons learned from the program implementation, assess and recommend any other opportunities in the agriculture sector that should be considered for future funding support, and to provide stakeholders and producers of Albania with practical and implementable recommendations for support to the agricultural sector.